Hello and welcome to PE Buddy. Mr. D here. Today we're going to look at Energy System Interplay. Now you may have heard when we're doing exercise that the ATP-PC system provides energy for the first 10 seconds, then it moves over to the lactic acid and then the aerobic. While there is some truth to this, this is not 100% true. Stick around to find out why. So what you'll learn in this video are the three energy systems, what energy system interplay is, also known as energy continuum, and finally, which energy systems are dominant at various times during exercise. Let's get into it. First, let's define our terms. So the energy systems are the ATP-PC system, the lactic acid or anaerobic glycolysis system, and the aerobic system. These all produce ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate. What is interplay? The way in which two or more things have an effect on each other. So let's recap the three energy systems. First, we have the ATP-PC system. This is our high intensity system. It is anaerobic, meaning it does not use oxygen, and it is dominant for the first 10 seconds of exercise. Secondly, we have our lactic acid system, also known as anaerobic glycolysis system. This is for medium to high intensity exercise. It is also anaerobic and is dominant from approximately 30 seconds to 3 minutes, depending on intensity. And finally, we have our aerobic system. This is for low to medium intensity exercise. It is aerobic, meaning it uses oxygen to produce ATP, and is dominant from approximately 3 minutes and that leads us to this simple definition. Energy system interplay, also known as energy continuum, is the process of all three energy systems working together to provide a constant supply of ATP to power the muscles. So the common misconception is each individual energy system works independently. This is just not true. In fact, all three energy systems are working at all times in the first few moments of exercise. They are just contributing different proportions of energy. So have a look at this diagram. The pink line here is our ATP-PC system. The yellow line here is our lactic acid system, and the blue line is our aerobic system. As we previously mentioned, approximately 10 seconds is when the ATP-PC system is dominant. After 30 seconds, that's when the lactic acid takes over, and around 5 or 6 minutes is where the aerobic system takes over as the dominant provider of energy. Have a look at this first line here. So as we can see, within the first 10 seconds of exercise, approximately 90 to 95% of energy is being provided by the ATP-PC system, but that's not 100%. The other 5 to 10% is coming from the lactic acid system in yellow and the aerobic system in blue. It's the same story with the lactic acid system at 30 seconds. As we can see, the lactic acid system is contributing about 50% of energy, and the ATP-PC system is contributing the other 50%. And again, it is the same story after about 6 minutes, where the aerobic system has taken some time to warm up and is contributing about 80 to 85% of the energy, and the lactic acid system is still contributing about 10 to 15%. So let's check your understanding of this idea. So which energy system is contributing ATP for this guy to run around the bases for a home run in about 10 seconds? Yep, you guessed it, all three. But which energy system is dominant? The ATP-PC system, because it is less than 10 seconds. Again, we consult our graph. At 10 seconds, we can see 95% of the energy is being provided by the ATP-PC system, while the other approximately 5% is being contributed to by the other two energy systems. Our next one is Lionel Messi going for a run in soccer. So which energy system is contributing ATP to allow him to do this? Again, it's taking him about 10 seconds. All three. But which one is dominant? Again, it's the ATP-PC system. I hope you're seeing this trend here and the language being used. Which are contributing and which are dominant are two different things. Again, we consult our graph. At 10 seconds, 95% ATP-PC system, 5% the other two. So our final example is a lady riding a bike. She's been doing so for about 7 minutes. So which energy systems are contributing ATP to allow her to do this? Think about this one. The lactic acid and the aerobic system. But which one would be dominant after around 7 minutes? Yep, the aerobic system. For the final time, let's check in with our graph to see why this is the case. Here we have the lines. So after about 7 minutes, we've got about 80 to 85% of energy coming through the aerobic system, making it the dominant provider of ATP. But we still have about 10 to 15% being provided by the lactic acid system. So a quick summary. All three energy systems are contributing ATP initially at the start of exercise. Each energy system becomes the dominant contributor of ATP at a specific time and a specific intensity. All three energy systems work together, interplay, to provide a constant supply of ATP to power movement. Well done, you made it. Now it's quiz time. So what are the three energy systems? Pause the video, write 1, 2 and 3 and write your answer. The answers: number 1, the ATP-PC system, number 2, the lactic acid or anaerobic glycolysis system, and number 3, the aerobic system. The second question. Again, pause the video, write this down on a piece of paper and see if you can fill in the blanks. How did you go? So energy system interplay, also known as energy continuum, is the process of all three energy systems working together to provide a constant supply of ATP to power the muscles. Which energy systems are dominant? Note that keyword there, dominant, from 0 to 10 seconds, 30 seconds to approximately 4 minutes, and from approximately 5 minutes and up. Again, pause the video, write this down, and write your answer. Number 1 is the ATP-PC system, number 2 is the lactic acid, and number 3 is the aerobic system. Here's a fun bonus question for you. If you got up right now and started running for 1 minute, which energy systems would be contributing ATP? Have a think about this one. All three. So what you've learned in this video: 3 energy systems, what energy system interplay is, also known as energy continuum, and which energy systems are dominant at various times and intensities during exercise. Thanks very much for watching. Please make sure you like, comment with any feedback you have, and subscribe if you like this video. Would you like to learn about another topic? Comment below. Thanks everyone.